going great.
How far behind do you feel coming in mid-season?
A lot behind. I mean, guys have been here almost for, I don't know the exact amount of months, but they've been here for a long time, just working together through the summer and through the first semester. So quite a bit behind, but been getting the hang of things.
When you see the team struggling a little bit, losing guys in foul trouble, how tempting is it for you to maybe change the plan and go to coach and say, I can help?
I mean, me and coach, I spoke. I came in with a certain plan. So the biggest thing for me is just sticking to that plan, just preparing this semester, just preparing me for next year.
Has that been hard to do?
It's been hard to do, but it's a plan that I have well thought about before coming. So just a plan that I think is best for me to stick to.
Can you already feel sort of the value of it? I mean, you're traveling with the team, you're getting to sort of be out there on the floor before games, during games, get all that experience, and obviously figuring out what practices are like here. Can you sense how much that's going to help you already for next year?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, coming in, coach told me that this was going to be tough. I mean, and right now I'm just witnessing it firsthand. I mean, it's been very tough. And every day in and day out, is just a tough battle. I mean, teams are playing so hard against us, so I mean, I'm just seeing it firsthand. It's a learning experience.
I'm sorry. Talk about living here versus Queens.
Living here versus Queens, I mean, is very different. First off, I mean, Queens is a city that's, I mean, everything's always like moving, everything's always open. Out here, everything is just a little bit slowed down and things like that. But it's been a great adjustment.
How do you think you can help this group now? Obviously, if you're not going to suit up and play this year, what's sort of your goal in trying to help the guys out there get better?
I would just say competing with them in practice. I mean, coach just want me to go at Malik, Isaiah, and De'Aaron every day in practice and just make them better players and just try to help them and prepare them for the task that they're going to have when they go out there and play against those other guys.
Who's the toughest guy to defend in practice?
They're all great players. I mean, they all do different things well, so they're all tough to guard, I would say.
Who's the most difficult for you to guard?
Excuse me?
Who's the most difficult for you to guard there?
Nobody's really that difficult for me to guard, honestly. I mean, they're all good players, and I'm a good defender, so I mean, we just match up pretty well with each other.
Is defense what you kind of consider your strength right now? What do you feel like you're really good at?
I just feel like I'm good at defense. I wouldn't say that's my strength, though.
For those of us who haven't seen you play, describe your game. Who would we think of when we see you play?
Honestly, couldn't tell you one player, but my game is just I'm a two-way type of player. I like to defend, and I feel like defense brings offense. So I just love to defend, and when I defend, my offense gets going, and that's when I can just be a great player.
Have you had sort of a welcome to college moment? Have you had a day in practice that opened your eyes to how tough this might be?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first day, I mean, just conditioning and things like that, just getting used to everything. I mean, it's definitely been tough, for sure.
Have you had a good day? Has there been one where you thought you were starting to turn a corner, that some things were coming together for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, from the first day I came to now, I mean, it's been a big change. I mean, I'm getting the hang of things a little bit, but I'm still trying to learn everything. I mean, there's a lot to learn in just a couple of weeks, maybe a month, if so.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned so far in your time here?
The biggest lesson I learned? Just staying focused and working hard. That's pretty much it.
Who's kind of put their arm around you and shown you how things work around here, or if you got questions, who's been the one to answer those for you?
I mean, pretty much the three guards, because I'm a guard as well. So pretty much Isaiah, Malik, and De'Aaron. They just been showing me the ropes in practice, just showing me how things is done, and when I mess up, just guiding me so I won't mess up the next play, things like that.
How much has this week kind of helped you? I mean, with these intense practices?
I mean, it helped me a lot, because coming in, coach told me it was going to be tough, and right now I'm seeing it in practice firsthand. I mean, practice has been tough the last couple of days, but it's just good because it's getting the guys back together and getting them prepared for games that they're going to have coming up.
Have you dunked on anybody yet?
Have I dunked on anybody? No.
Would you tell us if you had?
Huh?
Would you tell us if you had?
Yeah, I would have told you.
Has anybody dunked on you?
No, I don't get dunked.
What part of your game are you trying, in your mind, what part of your game needs the most work? What are you trying to focus on getting better?
I feel like I'm just working on every part of my game, to be honest. Just working on strength, quickness, and just working on things on the court. I mean, just lateral speed. I mean, just ball handling, shooting, Just working on a whole lot of things. I wouldn't be able to tell you I'm just working on one certain part of this.
Are you thinking about the draft this summer at all? I mean, since you're eligible, is that a factor in your mind at all in this plan?
I mean, coming in, the plan for me was to get prepared for next year. So that's the plan that me and Coach Cal are sticking to right now. And when the season ends, me and Coach Cal will sit down and have a talk about that.
What kind of goes through your mind when you're sitting on the bench and watching games, watching things develop? What are you kind of absorbing about this process?
I mean, just seeing the mistakes that they make and just trying to learn from them, pretty much. I mean, just seeing mistakes and then seeing the good things that they do as well and trying to learn how I could put that into my game, maybe.
I don't know if you can talk about specific guys, but how active have you been in trying to put the finishing touches on the group that'll be playing with you next year, the freshmen that'll be coming in?
Definitely active. I mean, been trying to recruit a couple guys. We just had a couple guys on campus and things like that. But definitely trying to land a couple more pieces to get prepared for next year for sure.
Is that group of freshmen that are coming in, are you guys already pretty talkative? And now that you're the one guy that's already here, are you kind of keeping those guys plugged in? Are you talking to the guys that aren't here yet about what it's like?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we speak a lot. I mean, we just talk about can't wait to play with each other next year and things like that. And the guys are just anxious to get up here and get it going.
What do you think of all the attention that's paid to every little thing you guys do? For instance, Malik smiling on the bench at the end of the Florida game that blows up into something.
It just shows you that the stage that we're on is a different type of stage. And night in and night out, you just got to be the best version of yourself.
Has it been surprising when you came from a big city, now you're in Lexington? First night out, just warming up, everyone taking pictures of you. Had any encounters out in the city or on campus? People kind of just walking up to you?
Not really surprising. I mean, I seen it, so like I mean, New York is pretty much it's not the same, but it's pretty much the same. I mean, people have fans everywhere, so I mean, we're just blessed to have the fans that we have.
How many times have you been asked by people around town if you're going to play this year?
I couldn't be able to tell you a number.
What do you tell them?
I mean, I just tell them I don't know at this point because I mean, me just telling them the whole story would just take a lot of time, honestly.
Are you aware of any of the other guards that came from New York to Kentucky, like from Mel Bradley or any of those guys?
I was aware of it, but I'm not really close with any of them. Probably they were different age groups, so like I haven't really spoken to any of them.
Anything else for Hamid? All right, thanks, guys.